Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now, as some of you might have seen, I finally did one of the Carina's challenges, the Avengers one, and therefore, as always, I am making a guide for it. Now, I do know that this one is a bit late because this is a bit of a change for me when I do not rush through the content within the first day or two. However, nonetheless, it is something that is going to be permanent in the game. It is difficult or tricky enough, in my opinion, to require a guide because I myself asked for quite a bit of assistance from my chat in terms of which champions to use for which fights, so on and so forth, and what strategies to use and implement. So I'm going to be using my old Grandmaster's Gauntlet spreadsheet for this guide. And, well, here it is. Basically, I made an additional tab there where I listed all the fights, all the champions that, well, I used or should be used for the most part, and some quick notes in the side as well. So we're going to go path by path with Dr. Doom fight, and this one is the job for Ant-Man or Hawkeye. For most part, you ideally want to build up to level 3 with Hawkeye. A couple of level 3s will get the job done, or I found it easier with Ant-Man. And the trick there is to intercept a lot, because Ant-Man is a medium character, which means that your intercepts and your heavy attacks do not get glanced, which in turn means that you can safely parry heavy, but that would result in a lot of block damage. So I also did quite a bit of one-hit intercepts, like, medium dashback, medium, dashback, so on and so forth. Obviously, I still ended up taking some glancing damage, but the key thing is to drop your level 1s on the intercept, then you get your fatigues in. Obviously, keep dexing, keep intercepting to refresh and pause your debuffs, and then drop a level 2. And then, for most part, once you have built up 2 or 3 level 1s and a level 2 with an intercept, using Ant-Man, you just kind of dance around and let the poisons do the work. Or alternatively, again, with Hawkeye, do the same thing. Parry heavy, or do the medium intercepts, build up to level 3, throw your level 3, you cannot glance that one, get the bleeds going, and get the job done. I did find Ant-Man easier for that. Now for Terrax, it's quite simple. You kind of slow play it initially, deal as much damage as you can, parry quite a bit, parry heavy, parry medium, parry heavy. And then when eventually your health gets chipped down, or it seems like you're about to eat level 3, you just effectively go for a stun lock, hope your stuns stay there, and Tor can nuke that fight. I used the rank 4 200 Tor. That was like a 1 revive. I was actually like quite close. Oh no, wait. I think it was a 1 revive fight. And then Vision, it's basically the same thing. Now, Vision is going to throw a special 1, then a special 2, and then he's going to go for level 3. So you use that. Parry twice, you get your hits in, you bait out level 1, you parry a bit more, build up your power. He's going to throw his level 2. And then when you know that you have no more specials remaining, you just go for a stun lock, hope as many of that crits, use your relic to extend that chain and deal as much damage as possible. I was actually like 5% away from finishing that fight without a revive. Now, MCOC is a very simple Black Widow fight. Just hit him. Honestly, that's pretty much that easy. Hit him, level 1s, get some intercepts in. It's not a bad fight. It's not a hard fight. It was fairly straightforward solo. Spider-Ham was a fairly straightforward solo as well. Obviously, be mindful of power gain. Do not push him to level 1. Use your level 1s as soon as you get it, even though Black Widow still will shut down majority of the nasty stuff from Spider-Ham. But if you throw your level 1 the moment you get it, you don't even really need to worry about evades or anything else. So there you go. Path 2. Weapon X. I know a lot of people used Iron Man. We can put in Iron Man as well, but I wrote down for Ant-Man because it's, in my opinion, I found it easier with Ant-Man, honestly, because Ant-Man also poison shut down Wolverine's Weapon X regeneration. So with poisons, you don't even need to worry about that. With Iron Man, you kind of want to focus on doing most of your damage when he's on his cooldown. But with Ant-Man, it's just a regular Ant-Man fight. Couple of level 1s, maybe 3s, and then level 2, and then the job's done. Now, Thing is Black Widow. Just hit him. There's absolutely nothing stopping you there. Korg is also a Black Widow fight. Only reason I had a bit of issue here is because all of a sudden, after how many years, I apparently don't know how to avoid Korg's level 1 anymore, but fair enough, fine. Use your... Eventually, he's going to get some Flux the special charges either way, so you can safely heavy attack off your relic for most part, so you do not have to take any block damage while doing that. but because Black Widow reduces defensive ability accuracy, Flux Dispersal is nowhere near as big of an issue as it would be with most other characters. Now, Dragon Man, by far the best option is Ant-Man because of aspect of evolution. You effectively will not be able to crit. Your Hawkeye obviously cannot inflict bleeds on Dragon Man because he's bleed immune, so on and so forth. And you're left off basically with Ant-Man. That fight will probably take a few revives. The key strategy there is to, take his special and block, so you get rid of that power again, passive as often as possible, and then punish his special attacks with your heavy attacks in order to place the power stings. And then, just get some extra damage in through with power stings. It's still likely going to take you some revives to get it done. But yeah, the strategy is fairly straightforward. Just heavy punish his specials and you're going to be good. Black Panther Civil War, for me, the best option by far was Hawkeye. Because, well, number one, you have slow, and number two, with Hawkeye's level 1 spam, he managed to throw very, very, very few special attacks, so it rarely became an issue. And that's what I basically did. I tried to be as aggressive as I can, spam my level 1s, and then, off the relic or whenever I had the chance, I just dropped a heavy and put that slow on. So even when he did throw a special, that slow kind of took care of the unstoppable and evade debuffs, 3 buffs. On path 3, Nightcrawler, it's honestly, you can use just about anyone, but the key trick there is to, switch him. The easiest way to switch him is to do the dash back and whiff in the air one time with the light. He often will switch himself, and as soon as he's switched, just a regular fight, just, basically killing a Winter Soldier. Spider-Gwen was definitely very annoying. Her weight will get you, at least it did get me. Many times. You can heavy punish Spider-Gwen's level 1, which is super helpful because that lets you get the slow on. The problem with that is you cannot dash in immediately afterwards because Spider-Gwen is one of those characters that gets up faster than most, and she will catch you if she feels like it. So you're going to have to, go for a regular standard size interceptor, figure something else out. Build up your level 3, and once you drop your level 3, you're going to be doing some damage. And again, just keep an eye out for that slow. Heavy punish that level 1, and well, it's still a fairly nasty fight. Domino is Iron Man, it's Matador, so just bait out her level 1s with Iron Man parry the second hit of level 1 to pause your armors, and go level 2, level 1, so on and so forth. Mojo is a very easy Ant-Man fight. Ant-Man is now buff immune, so you don't need to worry about any of the degen stuff. Just do a couple of level 1s, level 2 poisons, let the poisons do the job. Don't push Mojo to level 3. Immortal Abomination, you can use Hawkeye, Black Widow, or Ant-Man. All of them are viable options. I personally used Hawkeye because with Black Widow synergy, he is in fact poison immune, and then I built up to level 3. Whenever I do throw my level 3, there is a chance that I get those bleeds reflected back at me, but there's quite a lot of willpower healing involved in that fight as well, and whatever bleeds do go through put in quite a bit of work. It's not the fastest, but it's not the worst. I personally found it best with Hawkeye. Black Widow high sig can obviously work as well. You're not really going to get poisoned unless you take a lot of hits in the block, and Ant-Man's poison immune himself. You will not be able to do any poison damage to I-Bomb, obviously, but, it's going to be kind of safe and steady fight. I think Hawkeye's probably the best option there. And the last path, APOC, it's clear Iron Man fight. Just parry the specials, you'll be fine. Sasquatch is a very, very long Ant-Man fight. There is a life cycle on there, so what you can do is you're going to build up your debuffs, you're going to put your poisons on still anyways, build up even more debuffs, and then, just make sure that they don't fall off, because that will take care of the regeneration, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just going to be a long fight. It's not hard, because you do not need to worry about power snack, you can handle the regeneration, all the other things are taken care of, it's just that you have basically no damage. Killmonger, it was a very straightforward OG Thor fight, just parry a lot, and ideally, mastery-wise, if you have max coagulate and pacify, that will help take less bleed damage, and also pacify will help less bleeds trigger on your parries. The bleeds aren't that devastating, but, if you have those masteries, it's helpful if you're using smaller Thor. But yeah, you will not have any power in that fight, so it's just going to be a very boring basic attack type of fight. Against Void, honestly, I think it's best just to use a team reviver too. I do think that, probably Hawkeye is the best option there to go for like a level 2 or something. Because, yeah, Team Revive is just fine. You're gonna get some debuffs on you. You're gonna take that damage. It's not gonna be, you know, easy to get through that fight like perfectly. But yeah, just give it a Team Revive and you'll be fine. And against Nick Fury, I think the best options are Hawkeye and Iron Man. For me personally, Hawkeye did absolutely amazing. It was a very, very, very fun solo. Again, similar strategy to Black Panther Civil War, just be super aggressive. Let him throw as little special attacks as possible. Maintain, you know, the aggression to maintain the bleeds in order to get those suppression debuffs on as well. And it's nothing too crazy there. And then for the final boss for the Thanos, I just use Hawkeye. Honestly, Hawkeye pretty much soloed the fight. I dropped the ball at 1%. I was like 1% away from the solo, like one tick. And the funny thing is, I just needed to dash back instead of go for a stupid intercept. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not salty about not soloing that fight at all. Basically, Hawkeye's great for that. Anyways, that is my advice. That is who I used, basically explained. Yeah, if you do have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them in the comment section. And I'll be off to the next Korean challenge. And obviously, I'll be giving my thoughts on that as well as pose a guide if I feel one is warranted. All right, see you later, guys. Bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about